let's go and get started with the first thing that I wanted to talk about here today. So we have AHSOKA the series on Disney Plus coming on Wednesday, August 23rd. And they are going to kick off with 2 episodes. Kind of what they did with, I think it was with Andor and
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, yeah. So Disney has been doing that pattern, releasing more than one at first, a couple episodes first. I guess we can get a little bit of taste of what the show is going to be like. And they just dropped 2 episodes. So AHSOKA, starring Rosario Dawson, obviously based on the character that we see in Clone Wars. And is she in Rebels?
Yes.
Okay, so she's in Rebels too. Okay, so I'm not a huge... I'm not that knowledgeable about Clone Wars because I haven't really watched the show. I hated the movie that came out in 2008. So I didn't bother watching the animated show. But Matthew, you have. So you've seen...
I sure have.
The show, the Clone Wars and Rebels, right? Both of them? Okay, so based on this AHSOKA series, what are you expecting to see, or what is it that you want to see from this show?
When it comes to like AHSOKA herself, she was a character that used to have like basically like her whole story, like just you have to fill in the gaps yourself. But in the past couple years, like we've gotten all that dead space of that character filled in with like the Mandalorian, and then Clone Wars season 7, which came out like 2 years ago. So when it comes to her herself, it's like there's not much that I'm really expecting.
Okay.
But when it comes to like stuff she's been in, like Rebels, I think that's where they have the majority of holes to fill, like what happened to Ezra and Thrawn, which are both coming back in this. So I'm interested to see how they explain their coming backness.
Yes, I always heard about Thrawn. I've seen him, images, pictures, things like that, and supposedly he used to be like a really good villain. And I think based on the books, apparently he's not really that much of a villain, or I don't know. There's something a little different between the books and the actual how they showed him in. It would have been in Rebels, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not in the Clone Wars.
No.
Okay, so I'm interested to see this character because he looks cool. Just the look of him, he looks cool, and the actor that they got to play the character, he's I think he was in House of Cards. I think he played Vladimir Putin, or the version of Vladimir Putin. Not exactly him, but like a version of him. So he's playing this character. So I'm curious to see how it is. It's Star Wars, those lightsabers. I did like AHSOKA in Mandalorian season 2. So they introduced him in the, I think it was the Jedi episode.
Yes.
So she was cool at it. That episode was really, really good. So I'm been interested in the characters. I'm interested in the show. I'm not as invested in the character because, like I said, I haven't seen the Clone Wars or Rebels, but it should be interesting. So it's coming on Wednesday. And just to give you guys some information here, if you guys don't already have it, so there is a schedule for it, right? So the schedule that we have here. So obviously, like I mentioned, we have the first 2 episodes of AHSOKA is coming on Wednesday, just like they did with Andor and how they did with Obi-Wan. The rest of the episodes, episode 3 comes on August 30th, episode 4 on September 6th, episode 5 on September 13th, episode 6 on September 20th, episode 7 on September 27th, and then the finale is going to be on Wednesday, October 4th. So we're having 8 episodes of AHSOKA. So we'll see how the show is going to be, because ultimately I didn't hate Mandalorian season 3, but it's definitely the weakest season by far.
Yep.
The fact that we had what's her name, Lizzo, the one that's having some allegations right now. Lizzo, she's in this Star Wars show. She's in an episode, and that took me completely out of it. So Jack Black is in it, and I like Jack Black in general. I don't know if he fits in Star Wars, but he was in Mandalorian season 3. And there was just some other shit that's going on in Mandalorian season 3 that just didn't make much sense. But ultimately, it was fine. It's definitely the weaker ones. Obi-Wan, why ultimately I thought it was fine. There was a lot of disappointing things with that show. And Book of Boba Fett has even more disappointing things going on with it. Andor, though. Andor I did like. And I think a lot of people did like Andor. It is a slower show. I would go as far as saying that it's more like it's more adult oriented. Not that there's like nudity or things like that, but It's just more for adults. Like there's more politics going on. There's more dialogue. There's more stuff going on with Andor. So I don't know if this is going to be like this. I doubt it. I think they may want to go with how Mandalorian was, maybe seasons 1 and 2, and we'll see how Ahsoka is gonna turn out so far.
The trailer looked cool. I think I'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah, so it's coming up on Wednesday, August 23rd. So they're gonna go ahead and premiere that 2 episodes. So that's 2 episodes there.